Good morning. Welcome back to Planet Doug on a bit of a special day. I'm actually sitting inside the lobby of my hotel in the small town of Tanjung, Balai. And the plan for today, I'm waiting for a shuttle van to take me to the dock from a company called Indomal Fast Ferry. And this ferry service runs from a couple of cities in Sumatra across the Malacca Strait to Port Dickson and to Malacca in Malaysia. So the ferry I'm taking is from Tanjung Balai and is taking me to Port Dickson. So yeah, the company has a free shuttle service to take you to the dock. And here's the lobby. I stayed at a very nice hotel here in Tanjung Balai. I had a really good time here. I was only here for like 2 nights. And I wish I had made plans to stay longer, to be honest. But yeah, that's just how things turned out. So yeah, should be pretty exciting. I've taken ferries out of Tanjung Balai in the past, but they were from a different company and kind of an older, more traditional boat. This is a modern, fast ship kind of thing. And in another twist, I got a VIP ticket for an extra 50,000 rupiah. So I'll be sitting up on a higher deck, and so just learning what the VIP status is all about on this boat should be interesting. So yeah, next stage, hop on the shuttle bus and go to the dock. Yeah, start of a small adventure here on Planet Doug. All right, bye-bye. Thank you. Well, a change of plans. The ferry company is sending a shuttle van to pick me up, but they never showed up. I've been waiting about 45 minutes. It's getting really late. So I can't get a hold of them. They're not responding to any messages. So here I am, setting off on a Becak. I think we still have plenty of time. It's not like going to an airport. It's still an international trip, but we don't have to get there super early. Though we are going in the wrong direction. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused about my geography. But if the port, as far as I'm aware, is that direction. I don't know why we're going in this direction. But yeah, I was kind of looking forward to, you know, the shuttle service. No stress, no muss. They said they'd come pick me up at 7 o'clock. But yeah, it's getting close to 8 o'clock now. Yeah, I gotta go. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, this makes sense. We have to go across the river, so we had to come down here to the bridge. Very exciting. There's the market. I was there the other day, just yesterday. Now we're going over the river. I mean, overall, this is the preferred way of going, right? It's more interesting, better way to start the day. But I was just, you know, if you're going to go to the port on your own and you're going to take a Becak, well, you plan on that from the beginning, then everything is fine. But then if the company arranges transportation for you and then they just never show up, then it gets to be a little bit of an annoyance, I guess. The whole pricing, of course, is interesting because I checked with people at the hotel about how much it would cost to take a Becak out there, and they said it's like 30,000 rupiah. And then when I spoke to this guy, of course, he he knows I'm a dummy. I don't know anything. So he says, well, 100,000. So I said, well, you know, I don't mind paying the foreigner price, so, you know, a little bit more, but that's a bit extreme. And we settled on 50, so we're okay. I remember this, I did this ride on my bicycle a couple of times, and I remember going through this really busy market area, and then up ahead, there's a big fish market, and the road is incredibly rough back in those days. That was like 6, 7 years ago. So I'm curious if they've fixed it up at all. Yeah. Oh boy. Becak traffic jam. Yeah, in terms of English ability, I noticed a big change coming from Medan to here, where English was fairly easy to find. You know, people who spoke English were fairly common in Medan. You know, at my hotel, low budget place in Medan, but all the staff spoke English. But here I'm staying at their, you know, their finest establishment, the most expensive hotel, but none of the staff there could speak any English at all, none of the ones that I spoke with. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Once you leave the big city, everything changes. Going over another bridge, always an exciting moment in a day. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of rivers around here. All those boats down there. So now I have 2 cameras running at the same time. Got my trusty GoPro here. But since we're heading into the fish market area, getting close to the port, I put the 360 camera up above. Get a little bit of a view from the sky, the poor man's drone, I guess you could call it. Get a little bit of 360 video of this area. Yeah, the road is starting to get a little bit rough, like I said. In the past, this whole road was really torn up, and I think it's because of all of the truck traffic coming in and out of the port, and then all these warehouses on the right-hand side, they're right beside the river, and those are all for fishing. So they're unloading, loading fish, and you get all these big trucks, like that big blue one there, going in and out all the time. Just tears up this road. And if it rains heavily, this whole area turns into a bit of a flood zone. But it hasn't been raining lately, so we're still okay. I know that kind of doing this, like 2 cameras at the same time, is a little bit of a risk for a journey like this. It's really hard, it's really easy to lose track of things, you know. It's so important when you're on a Becak, you're going to the dock, you know, you're not really focused, it's confusing. And then it's so easy to like hop out of the Becak, hop out of your taxi, whatever, and then discover that discover that you've left your passport behind, or your GoPro, or, you know, so easy to forget something. So with 2 cameras like this, I'm doubling my chances for forgetting something. So I got to be really careful when I arrive, not to rush. Yeah, here's the fish market area. As I said, really busy. Place goes pretty crazy in the morning. And that's the whole thing with fish. If you're gonna buy fish, cook fish, eat fish, the main thing you want is fresh, right? That's the whole deal when it comes to fish. My name is Douglas. So yeah, as soon as you catch a fish, the clock is ticking and you want to sell it as quickly as possible. If you delay at all, the price goes down and down and down, right? Well, what do I know? I don't know anything about anything, but that's my take on it. So I think that's all the 360 video I need right now, or that I want. I'm going to pull it in, put it away, get ready for the hectic dock coming up.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
What is your name?
My name is Douglas. Douglas.
My name is Yoga.
Yoga, nice to meet you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, we're almost there. We're at the gate to the dock. Ooh, we got a big speed bump here for security. There's the gate. The name of the place, Pelabuhan Teluk Nibung, something like that. So to go through with the vehicle, it's a 5,000 rupiah at the gate, you know, to get a little ticket. So you have to factor that into your the fare price. Oh. This building was probably there before, but I don't remember it. Or maybe that is the dock building. Just looks unfamiliar to me. Oh, there's my boat right there, the Indomal Sovereign. And here we are. Ooh. So thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you.
One of the stages complete. I got here, so that was exciting. I'm kind of glad the shuttle van didn't come. That was much more interesting than sitting inside a crowded van. Maybe this van doesn't even exist. I don't know. But yeah, my boat is here. I know the name of it is the Indomal Sovereign, and I'm assuming I go in here. This looks familiar to me. Pelindo, it's the name of the big Indonesian ferry company.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Have you a ticket?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
70,000. Okay, thank you.
Oh, would you like to show me your ticket?
I have it.
Yeah. May I say?
Indomal.
Oh, yeah.
Just go in here. Okay.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you very much. All right. Stage 2 complete. You have to pay a port tax here, 70,000, but then they tack on another 5 for some reason, so it ends up being 75,000, just to, you know, port tax, pay for maintenance of the building or whatever. All right, so in we go. Oop.
The port tax?
Yep.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada.
Oh yeah, on my shirt. I always forget.
Vlog.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube. 64 what?
Bang Maman! Bang Maman!
Well, I can just you can just show me.
64 ya?
Yeah. 64,000.
64,000. I have 100.
Pak, kasih lepas ini, tempelan dulu.
Besar.
Ah,
36.
okay.
6. Oke?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Terima kasih, Bu. Tahu kan? Ya. Udah maju, Bu. Silakan, Bu. Bayar, free. Langsung ke sana, Bu, baris, Bu, ya. Imigrasi, ya. Berapa juga, Bu? Jalan, Bu.
Stage, whatever that was, I basically checked in. They had weighed my bag, and then you have to pay extra. You know, it's a luggage fee. You don't pay that in advance for a ferry. You pay when you get here. And yeah, there was a name tag, like a luggage tag, got attached to my backpack, and now now you just have to assume it's going to end up on the boat along with me, because they have like a luggage compartment that's below deck, and they take care of all that. It's just like, yeah, just like going through an airport. And now I have to go through customs and immigration. And I believe I have not left anything behind. I haven't left my passport, my ticket, my cameras, my wallet. It's so hard, I find, to keep track of everything, especially when you go around a desk like that, and then there's so many people crowding, and there's a lot happening.
Sir.
Hello, how are you?
I think in this
Area, no camera?
no camera.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All right, stage whatever that was, stage 5, went through immigration. There was no customs at all, like no baggage search, no x-ray, no questions, nothing like that. While I was standing in line, I suddenly realized the whole issue of me having a visa on arrival. Ooh, there's the sun. I was wondering, yeah, there's the sun. Put the boat behind me. I totally forgot about the whole issue of getting my visa on arrival online and then getting a 30-day extension online. So I don't have a stamp in my passport. I was like kind of really worried about that, stressing out about it. And then when I'm standing in line, my whole morning yesterday coming here, I completely forgot about that being an issue at all. And it turned out it really wasn't an issue. The immigration officer was well up to speed. He saw my visa on arrival stamp. He saw that the 30 days was up. So then he says, oh, so did you get an extension? And I had my phone already extended, showing it to him, of course. And I had the PDF of my online 30-day extension. And he knew what it was. He went over everything pretty carefully, like he had to really examine it, get the facts straight. But in the end, everything was smooth as can be. So yeah, that worked out really well. And I've been stamped out of the country. And now I can officially say that this really is a VOA port. They even have a visa on arrival office. So I'm guessing you could show up here and get a visa on arrival at the dock when you arrive. You know, you pay your 500,000 rupiah. But I don't know that 100% because I'm exiting and that office isn't open, but there is a big sign there, so that's kind of interesting. One thing I realized though when I was coming out onto the dock to get on the boat, one big difference between going by ferry and going by plane, like if you're in the airport and you drop your passport, it hits the floor and you pick it back up again. I was walking out here and I was fumbling with my ticket and my passport, trying to put everything away, make sure everything is safe, and I realized if I dropped anything, it's probably going to slip through a crack and it's going to go into the ocean, right? So it's a physical world here when you're out on a dock, and these guys are busy carrying all the luggage. But anyway, here is the river. Look at that, and a big boat over there. I don't know if there are any other passenger ferries leaving from Tanjung Balai or not, or whether Indomal is the only one. I'm not aware myself of any other passenger ferries operating out of Tanjung Balai, but I don't know for sure that there aren't. There could be. But anyway, there's the boat. And economy class is down on the bottom, of course, and where I'm going is VIP. And I see right now that a big advantage to VIP is going outside, because I was talking about this in another video. When you're in economy, this is the smoking area, and this is the only place you can go outside the boat, and it's really crowded and smoky. But now look at that VIP section. You got that big wide open platform. There's no roof above you, no ceiling. Much nicer. So from a photography, videography point of view, VIP is definitely the way to go. So last stage 6, getting on the boat. And yeah, I'll shoot some video, of course, as we're going up the river, but this river is extremely wide. It'll eventually get so wide, it's almost like being out in the ocean. And then for the next 5 hours, all you see is the ocean, right? But I'll shoot some video from up there on the deck. So yeah, this is very exciting. I sent a message to Indomal telling them that, okay, I can't wait any longer at my hotel for the van, the shuttle van. I'm just gonna go on my own, but I haven't checked for any messages, so I don't know whether they replied. Maybe we had a complete, brain fart, misunderstanding, language barrier, like when we set up the pickup at the hotel. Maybe it just never got written down, or completely a mistake. I have no idea. But anyway, let's get on board.
Hello, Master. Come
Hello.
here, please.
Thank you.
You speak English?
I speak English, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Welcome to speak.
Thank you.
Ini barang ini.
Yeah, that one's mine. Yeah, my bag.
Come here.
Halo Pak. Kasihkan lagi.
Boarding pass and passport. Okay.
Paspor, kasihkan lagi.
Okay. Oh, this is different. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, up there. Okay. Thank you.
Oke.
Yeah, the slow pace of Planet Doug, right? I like to savor every step of the way. So I'm down there on the, the plank going up into the ferry. And I'm just sort of, looking around, taking in everything. And everybody is like, go up, sir, go up, sir, go up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm just a turtle, so I'm moving at my own pace. And then I get onto the ferry, and of course I want to look all around downstairs, see what everything looks like. And they're like, sir, move it, sir. Will you move your butt? Go up to the VIP section where you belong. So here I am. Yeah, I was going to say down below, the other boats I've been on, they had a cargo hold. They open up a hatch in the floor, and they drop all the bags down there. But in this case, they're all sort of in a luggage compartment there on the economy deck. And then my backpack was out there on the dock, and they didn't bring it on the boat until they saw me. And then they said, you know, held up my backpack. Is this yours? This is your bag. And I said, yeah, okay. And then they put it on the boat. So it's sort of like they're waiting to match the luggage to the passenger before they even bring it on. And the last time this happened, it was mainly because they were waiting for a tip. So they didn't want to put your bag on, you know, they want to show, okay, here it is, we brought it here, we did a good job, and then they would look expectantly for a tip. And I was all prepared. I had money available, ready in my pocket as a tip, but there was no, I mean, they were just pushing me on board so quickly, I just wasn't able to do it. But yeah, looking out the window, look at that, isn't that exciting? All the fishing boats going in and out from Tanjung Balai. And then you can see the coastline down there, all of the fishing boats. And this is the VIP seating. Very comfortable. And that's what the boat looks like, if you couldn't tell from the outside. And that is actually my boat. You can see the name on it. It's the Indomal Sovereign. The fastest aluminum ferry from Dumai to Malacca and Port Dickson. And they show some video. Welcome aboard. And when I was down below, like being pushed through economy to come up here, there was a man, he was, the boat hasn't even left the dock, and the poor guy was, hello, how are you? Planet Doug. Yeah, Planet Doug. Hi. How are you?
One of your followers.
All right, that's good.
Helped me a lot, you know.
Well, I think my yeah, okay, that's good. Where are you from?
From Malaysia.
From Malaysia.
Yeah.
Oh,
From Medan.
okay. You came from Medan?
Yeah. From Medan. You?
Yeah, I took the train from Medan to here.
I was going to take a train, but you told me that tickets were sold out.
So I'm out on the deck of the VIP section. You know, compared to the economy deck, it's huge. There's so much space up here. I've only ever been down below before, and it's a very small area. So this is really nice. There's no roof here though, so you're out in the sun, but I fired up my camera because these amazing boats are going by right now. Check that out, heading out to sea, go fishing. As I've been out here on the deck, boats like this have been passing constantly. Look at that. Looks like there's a movie happening out there. You can tell the stories of all those people. There goes another fishing boat, like lobster traps, things like that. And here comes another boat, you know, coming my way. It's 25 after 9 right now, so the boat should be leaving in about 5 minutes. I was just starting to tell this story when I first came up to the VIP deck, that when I was down on the economy lounge, and they were guiding me, you know, to the stairs to come up here, there was an older man down there, and he had like this cup of water, and then he just started vomiting. He just vomited all, he splashed all my lower legs. Felt sorry for the poor guy because we haven't even started moving yet. We haven't even left the dock. Oh, got to go inside. We're about to leave. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he got motion sick. Yeah, without even leaving the dock. Anyway, we're about to leave, so I got to head back inside. But there's that other boat going by. Look at that. All right. Oh. Wow. What a difference. Air conditioned in here. Nice. So yeah, I guess this is going to be our full passenger load. And up here, it's, yeah, almost all of these seats are empty. And what's really interesting is over here on the side, they have some special seats that even have little glass tables. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them and they all have a little table, and yeah, 1, 2, 5 of them maybe. Yeah, 5 over on that side. So those are the best seats, of course. And yeah. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to like reserve those seats. You just come up here and you can sit there if one is available. It's first come, first served. But I'm very happy sitting anywhere. But if you're going to set up a laptop and do something, you know, those are the seats to get. So yeah, we're about to get on the move, and I think we can go out on that deck, like when we're out at sea or something. I hope so. All right. And there's the dock behind us. We just set off. It's 9:55 right now, so yeah, we're 25 minutes late, but I don't think anybody on this boat is in a big hurry. Yeah, I don't know if that's a new building or not, the big silver one, the dome structure. I don't know, but yeah, for a little while we're going to get some really nice, very interesting boat river traffic scenery. Like right here, we're passing by all of these fishing boats. Very cool. And someone was telling me that these boats go regularly across the strait to Malaysia, so they're actually delivering fish to Malaysia. It'd be very cool to be able to take those as a passenger boat, but I don't think that's possible. You can only take an official ferry like this one. Yeah, goodbye Tanjung Balai. I could easily settle down here for a couple of weeks if I'd made the time. Ooh, got some more some close-ups of some of these boats. Look at that. This is like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of stuff. There's one right here coming underneath us. A lot of these ones here, yeah, they could use a paint job. Yeah, all the lower parts of the ship. No paint left at all. There's an active one. It's a good thing that most people are not like me, because I just generally don't eat fish. So if everybody in the world was like me, this entire industry would have nobody to sell their fish to. But no, fish is very popular with most people, so the world needs fishing boats, and lots of them. That's always interesting. You got this giant fishing boat, and there's a guy on the boat fishing with a fishing pole. He's got 2 poles there. So even when he's not working fishing, he's fishing for fun, or probably fishing for a daily lunch or something like that. Oh, look at this. Here comes another one. I think they're waving to everybody down on the economy deck. Everybody's looking out the window. Yeah, as I said, this is the first time I've ever gone for the VIP ticket. When I booked these ferries in the past, I just go up to the counter and they sell me a ticket and I walk away, and no one ever mentioned the possibility. Like, no one ever asked, would you like, to sit in the VIP section? It never came up, so I didn't even know there was such a thing. But this time I decided to do it. Yeah, I'm glad I did. It's pretty comfortable up here. Being up higher is always nice. And a lot of seating. It's very empty up here. I don't know about down below, but I think it's quite a bit more crowded down below. Passing by one more boat. The fishing boats that I've seen of this size, I've been surprised how many men have been on board. Yeah, like look how many are on that. I don't know if they need that large a fishing crew, or they're transporting passengers at the same time as fishing. Don't really know. And I saw some others had a lot more people on board than that. So we're catching up with one of the boats. Look at that. It's a little community living on that boat. Amazing. Yeah, guy taking a shower. I'm not sure if they can see me through the window, like whether they're waving at me or they're waving at people down below. I'm not sure. But yeah, what a different life for all those guys living on that boat. Yeah, amazing. I was just chatting with a man I met here on the ferry. He's actually from Malaysia, going back to Malaysia. And he mentioned that he's taking this boat largely because he saw my videos about going to Sumatra by boat. That's how he got inspired to do it. But we were talking about how everywhere in the world, like these little islands out there, look so remote. And yet if you go out there, you'll find people living there. It's like there isn't a piece of the earth where you're not going to find somebody living on that piece of earth. It's crazy. So much variety. I can't get enough of the boats, so I saw some more boats over here on this side. Police boat, more and more fishing boats. Honestly, when I see all the fishing boats, like how many of them there are, and this is just one small town in Indonesia, my feeling is astonishment that there are any fish left. Like with all of these boats out there constantly scooping up fish, how in the world is the ocean not completely empty by now? I often wonder about that. Yeah, to my point. I mean, here we are like far outside of Tanjung Balai, upriver, and now we're coming across another fleet of fishing vessels. These are the ones with the bright lights on them. So they use those lights to lure sea creatures up to the surface, to scoop them up, I guess. Oh. I like that little boat. It's being towed behind it, like a little miniature version of the big boy. Yeah, the ferry is just heading towards the mouth of the river, where we're going to emerge into the Malacca Strait. And there's a community sitting right here. Probably be the last place in Sumatra that we see before we head out into the wider strait. Oh yeah, I have it here on Google Maps. So that's the town there. So that's where we are right now. The blue dot, of course. And what's the name of the town? Bagan. I can't see it. It's covered up by the blue dot. But yeah, let's turn on satellite view. Maybe that will. Yeah, so that's where we are. You can see the brown water, you know, the fresh water that meets with the deeper strait, the ocean water. So yeah, we're almost saying goodbye to the land of Sumatra. So we're about an hour into the journey now, and as you can see by the blue dot, we're clear of the shore. We've come out of the river and we're in the Strait of Malacca and heading over there to Kuala Lumpur. So that's cool. The other small adventure I just had, which was kind of cool, is that they have guys here who can change money for you on the boat. And I remember that from ages ago when I took a boat back and forth from Tanjung Balai to Port Klang. There were people who sort of ran a small business, you know, selling SIM cards and changing money and offering other services to people on the boat. I didn't really see that happening on the boats that I took to Indomal. I'm not to Indomal, to Dumai. I didn't see that sort of stuff going on. But here on this boat, someone came up to the top deck and was like, oh, if you have any extra Indonesian rupiah you want to change into ringgit, now's the time. So that was kind of cool. So I managed to change money without any fuss. So the last element to my boat ride is to figure out whether I can get a cup of coffee of any kind. We'll find out up here in the VIP lounge. So I'm still up here. So here's the lounge. I forget the name of this movie, but it's an action movie that's been playing. And yeah, we're out in the middle of the water now. And I think I can get a cup of coffee downstairs. So that's going to be the next small adventure. Have a cup of coffee, then I'm going to try to go out onto the deck, take some video of the boat out here in the ocean, and then settle in for the rest of the ride to Port Dickson. Let's go see if we can find that coffee first. Really have to be careful. Even coming down these stairs, this boat is rocking quite a bit. So the one thing, being down here on the lower deck, you're closer to the water, right? So you get a real sense of how fast you're moving. You don't get that feeling up top. You don't see the edges of the boat like that. So yeah, I get a different view from down here. So yeah, this is the lower deck. I guess you'd call it economy. What I was talking about, how they don't have a hold, so this is where they put all of the luggage. Interesting. And it looks like there's a door here where, yeah, maybe if I can track someone down, I can get a cup of coffee. Rocking. You have to be careful on your feet. So there's the front of the boat. On all my other trips, the front of the boat was never open. Like, you can't, as a passenger, you can't go out there. You can only go to the rear sections, kind of the smoking areas. So I got the attention of one of the staff on the boat and pointed to this magic room, and he just waved no at me. But I don't know what that means, but I guess I'm not going to be able to get my cup of coffee. So sad. But maybe later on, I don't know. We're still very early into the journey. So I'm going to head back upstairs and see if I can go outside the boat and shoot a little bit of video out in the middle of the Malacca Strait. I'm out on the upper deck now, as you can see, taking a little bit of video with the 360 camera. Little bit of a hazy day out here out on the strait. Bright sun isn't out right now. It's nice though, nice and cool. So I've taken 2 of my selfie sticks now and attached them together. So this is as high as I can get the camera to go. Hopefully we can see quite a bit of the boat from here. My 2 selfie sticks feel a little bit fragile in this wind. Feels like they could snap at any minute. Man, the wind suddenly got really strong. I don't think I can leave my camera there for very long. Yeah, I better take it down. I mean, the ocean really isn't that rough out here. I mean, compared to, you know, think about any movie or TV show you've seen, you know, Deadliest Catch, where you've got a ship on big water, you know, big waves. This is nothing like that, obviously. I mean, you can see what the ocean looks like. You'd almost say it looks flat, but even with these small waves, you really feel it on deck. I mean, you have to hold on to the railing, otherwise you're going tumbling, right? And yeah, you can go right over the side if you're not too careful. And again, it's not like being on an airplane. If you drop anything now, it's probably going in the ocean and you're going to lose it, so you got to be a little bit more careful. At first I wasn't sure if we were allowed to come out here. I couldn't get the door open at first, but it turns out you just have to figure out what handle to use. You need the big handle.
Sorry sir, can I have a photo shoot?
Yeah, sure.
Ayo.
Well, this is video, not photo.
Yeah.
So these are the staff of the Indomal Fast Ferry.
Fast ferry.
Yeah, Fast
Yes.
Ferry. We're on our way to Port Dickson.
Port Dickson.
Yeah,
Port Dickson, Malaysia.
Port Dickson, Malaysia. Every day you go?
You go.
You
Oh, end to end truth.
Oh yeah. All right, so these are some of the staff. So anyway, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
So I have some 360 video from here, but again, this is just one selfie stick. I'm going to try and attach my second one, see if the wind will let it go up higher without breaking anything. All right, here we go. Let's see how high I can send the camera without it feeling like it's going to snap off. Actually, it feels okay. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I think it's all right up there. I feel like I'm flying a kite or something. Actually, it'd be quite something to fly a kite off a boat like this, moving at this speed. I wonder if I dare dangle this off the side like this with my dual selfie stick. It's not really designed to work like this. One more risky venture, dangle my camera off the back of the boat, and we'll probably be able to see the people, the smokers down on the outdoor gallery below. I don't know how far I dare do this. I think that's as far as I can go. Feels like there's too much pressure on the selfie stick. clouds all around the horizon. Stormy day. And I spoke to one of the guys that was up here having a cigarette. We took pictures together, and I asked him if there was any coffee on board, and he said yes, down below. So I'm going to try one more time to get a cup of coffee. All right, let's see what's going on over on this side of the boat. Probably a good idea to come out here now. Maybe it's going to start raining soon, and we'll be trapped indoors for the rest of the trip. Coffee?
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee?
Coffee apa? Coffee mix?
Yeah, coffee mix. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just satu.
Satu.
So, I've tracked down a cup of coffee.
Coffee.
And the real challenge is going to be going up the stairs, holding on to it. So, 10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Terima kasih. All right, there it is there. Whoop. There's my coffee. Kind of have to time your footsteps for as the boat tilts. You walk in the direction of the tilt, and then you stop, and then you wait for the tilt again. Yeah, I guess I'm getting my sea legs. I spoke a bit too soon. Spilled a little bit of my precious coffee. That was the most delicate coffee getting operation of my whole life. Oh my goodness. Should have just stayed in my seat. But hey, I have my coffee. Whew, now let's see if I can manage to drink it. Yeah, we're going through a little bit of a storm system. Rain and waves. We're rocking and rolling. Welcome back to the Malacca Strait. Time for a trip update. We've been out here, I guess, for about 5 hours. We left at 10 o'clock this morning, and according to my watch, it's now 3 o'clock. So yeah, it's been 5 hours, and I think we're still an hour and a half maybe away from Port Dickson. I've been monitoring the blue dot on Google Maps, and we're getting closer and closer. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I didn't have the geography straight in my head because I was thinking in terms of the trip from Dumai to Port Dickson. But going from Tanjung Balai to Port Dickson is a completely different story. It's much farther, much longer trip, and you're going almost due east. You know, sort of like east-south, or if that makes any sense. But anyway, the sun has come out, so looks really nice out here just now. There's the water around me. We've been passing a lot of these large ships. You can see 2 of them in that direction, a couple more over there. There's my large ship. Yeah, a bunch more over there. Yeah, we've left the world of fishing boats, and we've entered the world of big ocean liners. Oh man, there's the big one over there. The water isn't quite as rough as it was earlier, but you still have to hold on as you're walking around here. The boat is swaying from side to side, throw you off your feet pretty easily. Now that the sun is out, thought it'd be a good time to shoot a little bit more of some 360 video. I'm always amazed looking at the wake that these boats leave behind, the amount of power that comes out of the props, the engines driving these boats. It's amazing. Pushing something this size through the water at this speed, I really don't know how they do it. So I held the 360 camera out to the side of the back of the boat as far as I dared with my flimsy selfie stick. Really felt like it was going to break at any moment. So mainly because of the wind. We're moving so fast. The wind puts a lot of pressure on the camera. So taking a bit of a risk losing the whole camera if one of these sections of the pole breaks, you know. Final trip update, I think, before we arrive at the docks. We're not that far outside of Port Dickson now. I'm still outside in the balcony up here in the VIP section. This is the smokers bench right here. But the sun is really strong out here right now, and there aren't that many passengers in the VIP section, so not many smokers make their way out here. It's basically one man and then the 3 staff members, you know, the 3 the crewmen, they come out here, but that's about it. Whew. Yeah, I've been out here for a while shooting some video and getting really sweaty. I fell over a couple of times. I was trying to crouch down low to get some kind of an artistic shot, you know, through the lifesaver, the life ring, whatever you call those things. I wanted to shoot a picture through them, so I crouched down. And of course the boat tips and I go flat on my butt. And I noticed there's a video camera up here, so they're probably in the front part of the boat, driving the boat. They're all watching the video up there, laughing their heads off at this foreigner back here, stumbling from side to side, falling over, shooting his video. But yeah, this is my view from where I'm sitting. I'm not going to stay out here much longer. It's getting super, super hot. Time to go inside and get ready for arriving in Port Dickson. Here it is, the back of the boat and the front of the boat. One last view before I head inside. There's the coast of Malaysia. You can see it right there, just barely. And Port Dickson is up there. But I think as we get close to Port Dickson, you're not allowed to go outside anymore when you get close to shore. So I think this is the last video I'll be able to shoot from out here. Let's get a little bit from over here with all the boats. Yeah, can't even see the shoreline over here, but that's where we're going. And there we are, we've arrived. 6 hours, kind of door to door. The ferry left at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Got here at around 3:30, but we're getting off the boat at 4. So yeah, 6 hours, not bad. Really comfortable ride. And there it is there. It's much bigger from the front. The Indomal Sovereign. Impressive looking beast. So, stage 9 or stage whatever, customs and immigration here. And I wonder how many people forget to fill out the arrival card online. But they have QR codes all over the place, like all over the boat, everywhere. You can just scan the code, takes you to the website. But of course, in order to do that, you need to have an internet connection, right? That's the key. And there's all the seaside hotels, beachside hotels of Port Dickson. That's what this area is known for. All right. I will probably, hopefully, see you on the outside after I get through immigration and customs. I'm going to shut down my cameras for now as I go through all the formalities. Almost instantaneous. I mean, I was just talking to you a minute ago, thinking it would take a long time to get through customs and immigration, and I just breezed through immigration just like that. The whole Malaysian arrival card online, you know, I showed it to them that I have it on my phone, but that was kind of irrelevant because as soon as they scan my passport, it automatically calls up my online arrival card registration, because I was handing the woman my phone because I figured they needed it to scan it, do something with it. And then she just kind of looked at it. Oh, okay, you did that. That's good. And said, you don't have to scan it. She says, no, I have it right here. So it's all done automatically. And then she asked me how long I was going to stay, and I just told her the date of my flight out of the country, and then boom, 2 little fingerprint scans and I'm out. Didn't even look at my bags at all. The last time I came through with my bicycle and gear, they opened everything up and they looked through it. I guess because it looked unusual, but now I just have well, not a normal bag, but I have a backpack. There's my Osprey, but I have it inside its cover, you know, just to protect it for the trip. So anyway, I'm sitting here because I have to unwrap it and yeah, turn it back into a backpack. And that's it. And now I can get back to my favorite hobby, breaking the hearts of taxi drivers worldwide. I'm always emerging from these places, either with a bicycle or with a backpack. And of course, all the taxi drivers are waiting for fares, and I usually just cycle right past them, or I walk right past them. That's what I'm gonna do today. It's a little bit of a long walk, to be honest, to get to my hotel, 2-3 kilometers, something like that. But I don't mind. But yeah, there's the Port Dickson port behind me. Very cool. Yeah, here I am back in Malaysia, back in Port Dickson. Very exciting. Hello.
Yeah.
No, I'm just walking.
Walking order.
Yeah.
Order by terminal.
Jalan. All right, so that's it. Leaving the port and heading up to the main road here. And my hotel is off in that direction, a couple of kilometers. And looking ahead, yeah, looks like I arrived just in time. Maybe I should have left the rain cover on my backpack. Looks like if I don't hurry up, I'm going to get rained on. Now I find I'm timing my journey against those rain clouds. I look ahead, looking for any kind of shelter, and thinking, can I make it to that shelter before the rain starts? And when I get to that shelter, I look ahead to the next one. Can I make it there? And I'm leapfrogging ahead. Who knows? Those really look like serious clouds. Unless something drastic happens in the next 5 minutes, I should be okay, because I think that's my plaza up ahead. Just after the gray building, you see a yellow wall. I think that's where the PD seafront is located. So I'm almost there. And there's one more rain shelter, like a bus stop, right up ahead. So I just have to make it there. Yeah, there it is. Blue banner at the top, Seafront Hotel. So there's the scenery in front of the hotel. Can't see very much because of that cement barrier. And on my main GoPro, the battery died and the memory card filled up. So I only have the GoPro on my chest harness right now. So, yeah. So the seafront really is right on the sea. And there it is right there. And time to check in, see what kind of a room they can give me. Hello. Thank you. How are you? Well, it's not the most dramatic place to end a travel video like that. Very interesting day. These are such crazy days. They do weird things to your head when you wake up in one country, like over there in Sumatra, and then at the end of the day, you're in a brand new place with a completely different vibe, completely different atmosphere, like everything changes. And the day feels like, when you look back on it, like it's 100 years long. Like the day had so many stages, so many activities, so many events. It seems kind of crazy, you know? So yeah, it's a weird feeling to finally get somewhere. So here I am. I'm inside the Seafront Hotel, and they gave me my old room back, the one that I had before. There it is, you know, very simple, very basic, kind of a accordion style sliding bathroom door, smallish double bed, my window, TV, and this is going to be my home for 3 nights. So anyway, nice to have a soft landing when you get to a new place. And I consider this to be a very pleasant place to stay for me. One of Planet Doug's favorites. So soft landing for me. So yeah, woke up this morning, 5 a.m. in Sumatra, in Tanjung Balai, which is now one of my favorite towns. I just want to go straight back to Tanjung Balai, to be honest. If they gave me another 30 days, I never would have left, you know. But yeah, woke up there 5 a.m. and shuttle van didn't come get me. I had to get the Becak to get to the port. And then from there, it was pretty smooth sailing. Went through immigration, departure. My visa on arrival was fine on the Indonesian side. My visa here was fine, you know, going through Malaysian immigration. Absolutely no problems at all. An absolutely fantastic day. And with that, I guess I will bring it to a close. And that's it. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, keeping me company throughout the day. As I talk to the GoPro, it feels like I have people with me, you know, keeping me company on these trips. It's always it's a nice thing. So that's it, shutting down, and I'll see you in the next video. Congratulations, you hung in there long enough on this video to discover this bonus track way at the end. I just wanted to take a look at Google Maps here and give some context for where this ferry went. So over here on the right hand side, if you see my mouse cursor, this of course is peninsular Malaysia. That was my destination. And on the left, this huge island, that is the island of Sumatra, part of the country of Indonesia, of course. And separating these two is the Malacca Strait. And my ferry took me a relatively short distance from here on the coast of Sumatra across the Malacca Strait to Port Dickson right here. In fact, my journey began a little bit earlier. I was in the city of Medan, this large city right here on Sumatra, and then I took a train, about a 4-hour train ride down the coast to about here, to the city of Tanjung Balai, and then in Tanjung Balai, that's where I got the ferry that took me across to Port Dickson. So let's zoom in on Tanjung Balai and get a little bit more context. Here it is. Here is the city of Tanjung Balai. The downtown core is over here, and the ferry terminal is up here in the bend of the river. It's quite a wide river, as you can see, and the ferry comes in from the Malacca Strait, comes upriver, passes the town of Baganasahan, and then goes around this bend and stops here at the ferry dock terminal. And it is an international ferry terminal right here. So let's zoom in on Tanjung Balai a little bit more, go in on the downtown core. And when the video opens, I'm sitting in the lobby of a hotel waiting for the shuttle van from the ferry company, and I was staying here at the Grand Singhi Hotel. Stayed there for 2 nights, and I'd arranged with the ferry company that they would come and pick me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I was down in the lobby of the Grand Singi, just right on time, right at 7 a.m., waiting for the shuttle to pick me up. And I waited for nearly an hour, and the shuttle never came. So I realized it probably wasn't going to come. I sent the company a message, but I never heard back from them. So I just went out onto the street and I got a Becak, as you saw in the video. And for some reason, I was all turned around, and I thought the port was off in this direction. So when the Becak started going in down the road in this direction, I thought we were going the wrong way. But I was the one that was wrong. I was completely turned around in my head, and the Becak driver, he knew what he was doing, and he took me in the right direction, and we went from the Grand Singi Hotel along this major road right up into this intersection. Let me adjust the map. We turned left at this intersection, went across this bridge onto the other side, and then we had to make our way to the ferry dock from here. So let's zoom out to get a little bit of context. So the ferry, as I said, is up here, and we cross the bridge right here. And let's see, what road would we have taken? I believe we headed off in this direction. It's the main road. Would have gone near the Tanjung Balai train station, and then here we headed towards the fish market area. So as we got closer to the dock, we're running right alongside the river at this point, and this is where I saw all of the fish market. Down here on the river, there's all kinds of docks and fishing boats. They unload their catch here, and then the catch is sorted and distributed from these warehouses, put onto trucks, and then delivered all around the island, basically. And that's where I was shooting the 360 video, all along this road here. And eventually we got to the ferry terminal. So let's zoom in to take a look at that. And that is right here. This building is the silver building that I saw, and I wasn't quite sure what that building was. As you can see, it's listed here on Google Maps as the ferry terminal, Teluk Nibung Passenger Terminal, but it doesn't seem to be open. So I'm not quite sure what is going on there. Maybe it's still under construction. Perhaps this is the new terminal that they're building. The terminal that I'm used to, and the one that I went to this time, is this building, the neighboring building, and this dock here is where the boat docks. So I went into this building, and this is where I went through. I had to check in with the ferry company first, and then I went through immigration. And once I was done with immigration, I exited from this door, walked out on the dock, and the boat was waiting right here. And I boarded the boat, and then the boat went along the river. I shot a lot of video along the river here because there were so many interesting fishing boats. As you can see, fishing boats, more fishing boats, fishing boats, all along here. And then as we followed the river, we kept passing more and more of these really interesting fishing boats. And a lot of boats were passing us going up and down the river. And we followed the river all the way until we got to the town of Baganasahan here. And we saw a whole lot more fishing boats pulled up at the docks here. And from this point, we exited the river and went out into the Strait of Malacca at this point. From here, I'm not exactly sure of the direction the boat took, but you can see the main route going from here. This is the mouth of the river, and here is Port Dickson. So in a straight line, would have gone straight across to here. But I had the sense that we went across a little bit first, so more straight across to get to the coast, and then follow the coast down to Port Dickson, rather than doing a straight line like that. We sort of went across the strait first, and then kind of followed the coastline down to Port Dickson. So let's zoom in on Port Dickson. Here is the town of Port Dickson, and this here is the ferry terminal for the ferries that come from Sumatra. So that's where the boat docked. I walked down this long dock, went through immigration, and then it was a short walk to my hotel. My hotel is just up here on the coast somewhere. Perhaps if I zoom in a bit more, there it is right there, the PD seafront. So when I left from the dock, I followed this small road to the main road, and then I just walked along this main road, following the coast, and eventually ended up at the PD Seafront Hotel right here. And that was my home for when I arrived in Malaysia. So that is pretty much it. That is the whole journey, door to door. I hope that makes some sense and helps understand the journey a little bit better. In the past, I've taken ferries more like from Port Klang, which is in here, closer to Kuala Lumpur, and there used to be ferries from Port Klang that went almost directly across to Tanjung Balai, but those ferries aren't operating anymore. So now you get the ferries that go from Tanjung Balai across and then down the coast to Port Dickson. And I've also taken ferries from Port Dickson to Dumai. That's the other destination for the Indomal Fast Ferry company. They have ferries that go from Dumai to Port Dickson and from Dumai to Malacca, back and forth to those cities. Makes kind of a triangle here. So that's it. That is the context for the ferry ride that you saw in this video.